what to see, what to rent, and what to skip. It's Movie Reviews with Ryan J.
And we are back with the nationally syndicated film critic, Ryan J. Good to have you here, Ryan.
Be here. Hey.
I'm so excited about this first movie because I feel like this is, I'm hoping that you loved it. It's The Boss, rated R.
I'm surprised to hear you say that because you hate comedies.
I know, I just hate them. I have no sense of humor.
I was really excited for this. I love Melissa McCarthy. She headlines this one. It was actually directed by her real-life husband, Ben Falcone.
Okay.
And they've been on screen a lot together. They seem to pop up and are very supportive together.
Does he make a cameo, too?
He does.
He does, okay.
And it's fantastic.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes.
How does the role compare for Melissa McCarthy? Because I think we kind of maybe got used to seeing her in certain types of roles.
Yeah, and she does irreverence so well, you know, and no one can do it as effortlessly as she does. And she's fantastic. This is actually my favorite character work she's ever done.
Wow.
I think it's greatly aided by the fact that she's got this amazing look. You know, the hair is pristine, the makeup, always in a turtleneck. Like, if she's waking up in bed or working out, it's like she looks exactly like that. It's hilarious. So I liked that. What I really like about this, too, is her character sort of reminded me of Shelley Long's character in Troop Beverly Hills.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a modern day sort of version of that in a way.
Okay, very funny. So you liked her style?
I did. I think it's hilarious. And I read an article in Entertainment Weekly that said they actually went and got real designer clothes. So this was not done on the cheap for her look in this film.
That's awesome. Supporting cast good, too.
Fantastic. It's Kristen Bell and Peter Dinklage, you know, from TV's Game of Thrones. Kathy Bates in a role that's so fantastic.
I love her.
Yeah, she has a bit part as a former mentor to Melissa McCarthy here. And she was so good, I almost wish they would do a spin-off movie with Kathy Bates' character, because she does sort of like, it's like a Paula Deen type character.
Oh.
Very funny, yeah.
So did you laugh out loud? That's the cue for this one. You either laugh out loud or you don't.
Yes. We did, yeah, I think the whole, everyone, the movie club was laughing, everyone else in the theater was laughing. I chuckled a bunch, right? And it's very consistently funny. It's just a nice time to kind of go and take a break at the theater and forget your troubles, and I liked it. See it.
That's like an ear neck. It goes all the way up over. I mean, it's so high, it's ridiculous.
I literally questioned if there was like that concealer tape, like you know, the fashion tape, like inside.
Holding it on. It had to. It's like over her chin and partially in her ear.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's her look.
See
Let's just see it. Demolition, rated R. I knew you got a chance to meet the cast because I was watching on Facebook and I was like, oh, because I'm a huge Jake Gyllenhaal fan.
I did. This movie is directed by Jean-Marc Vallée, who is really great. He did Dallas Buyers Club. He did Wild. He chooses really interesting and specific dramas.
Okay.
This is great. I did meet the cast, so let's take a look at that interview. I like to think of Demolition as sort of Inside Out for adults. Would you agree?
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. In a lot of ways, yeah, the things you're supposed to feel, the convention tells you you're supposed to feel, are not what often we as individuals feel. Even if you're grieving and you're laughing, or if you're laughing at someone or with somebody grieving in that way because they've done something awkward that you find funny, that's okay, you know, as long as your heart is open. And I think that is what this movie's about.
That's a great analogy.
Right? Sort of the descent into depression and kind of
Yes, dealing with these emotions, getting rid of them, changing it up. Inside Out was a very brilliant kids movie that was wildly sophisticated.
Right.
Yeah, this is definitely that.
The man's wife just died. Have some compassion.
Shouldn't you be in school?
I'm suspended.
For what?
Why do you think people, if not for escapism, would really enjoy seeing this?
I think it's truthful. And I think that it also brings this incredibly relevant question of identity. And I think this film, across the board with all of the characters, really looks at grief and an unconventional way of dealing with grief, but what that process is.
Was it initially the script, or was it getting the chance to work with the director who, you know, won Oscar Gold for Matthew McConaughey?
No, it was all those things. I was saying how I did look at the script, and it was so unusual and unpredictable. And then to find out that Jake is on board and Naomi, and it was great.
Oh, I love that. And we sat next to Chris Cooper at the Critics' Choice Awards at our dinner table.
Yes, we sat with the cast of August Osage County, so I reminded him that when I walked in. I thought that was the greatest icebreaker in the world, to walk in and be like, we had dinner together at the Critics' Choice Awards. Such a nice guy, and a difficult role and truthful, because in real life he has lost a child, and he plays a father who loses a child in this film. It's a tearjerker.
Yeah. So everybody was as nice as they seemed in that?
They were really great, yeah. I felt really comfortable. It was so cool to meet them all.
How do you and Jake feel you, a movie critic, him in this role about the genre?
Well, I really see this as a real strict drama. I think it's very sad, very disturbing, but then he thinks it's funny. He sees a lot of comedy in it. There was another question that I asked him about that where he just thought, you know, that there's a lot of fun to be had, but I didn't laugh once or find anything really comedic. So maybe if you go in with that expectation, you might be able to find some funny in it, but I didn't really think it was comedic at all.
Interesting. So how did you feel? What do you give this one?
This one is a see it too. You know, if you like great performances, if you want to cry, if you don't mind going to, you know, that disturbing, sad place, sometimes it's cathartic and interesting, but the story is fantastic. It is unique and different, and I think the message is really great.
Great, so it's a see it. New movie club?
Yes, we have a couple new movie clubs coming up for next week. And the first is the live adaptation of Disney's The Jungle Book.
I can't wait for this.
Awesome.
Right?
I love Mowgli.
The trailer is amazing. It's Monday, April 11th at 7:30 p.m. You can enter to win at my website.
Okay, and your second one?
The next one is Everybody Wants Some, which is sort of a loose sequel to Dazed and Confused.
Okay.
So that one's going to be on Tuesday, April 12th at 7 p.m. And so you can also enter to win at my website for that one.
What do they want? What does everybody want some of?
That's a good question, isn't it?
There you go.
That's a rhetorical question.
You can like Ryan J on Facebook, follow him on Twitter, and for his full movie reviews, check out his website, ryanjreviews.com. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.